Hey, fellas. Welcome back to the
Fellas.
Fellas Show. Today is Wednesday, June 23rd, and we got some stuff to talk about, eh?
Yeah, we
But,
do. The T-Wolves got fucked yesterday
oh
in the NBA
no.
draft lottery. All we
Yeah,
had to
a
do
lot of
was
teams.
stay in the top three, and we could have saved our pick. But no, we
Yep,
got the seventh, so it goes to the Warriors because of the D'Lo trade.
yes.
I'm upset about it.
So, that was
Ship
one of the
that
big
damn
time
team out of
ones.
here. Get them out of here. They can't even get a top five pick when they have one of the worst records in the whole NBA. I think they're just ganging up against Minnesota so they can get them to move. I think the NBA is ganging up on us.
Similar thing. What was the other team that got screwed out of their protection? Uh,
Yeah, who was that?
Whoever got 8 right after.
Just gotta see the order again. So it's Detroit,
Yeah, Detroit got that number 1. Rockets get the
Rockets,
number 2, and they didn't have to
Cavs.
send it to the Thunder because that was, I think, top 3 protected.
Okay.
Bulls got 8, and it had to go to the Magic.
I mean, did they really need it though?
The
They traded
Bulls?
for people. Yeah, they traded for shit at the end of last season.
The
They
Bulls are
might be okay.
terrible.
No, not anymore.
It's
They got like
okay.
three key trades at the end of it. They almost made the playoffs. They'll make a push next year. They'll be fine. They'll be a playoff team.
Okay. Yeah,
Toronto
well,
Raptors getting 4 though.
they were a dark horse in the East at the beginning of the year, and now it's, oh, next year they might be a decent playoff. Hey, I don't buy it. They done been sorry. Their front office and everything is all too messy because they had the talent. They keep having the talent. Don't matter. Everybody wants out. That's a mess.
Mm. As long as you got Zach LaVine and a couple others, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. I've
Well,
seen
why
him
didn't they
keep
figure
winning.
that out yet? Where's the others? Dang it. Give Zach some
Because
help.
they just traded for him last year at the very end of the trade deadline, and then Levine got hurt.
Why they do it then?
I don't
Man,
know
they've
because
had
they
Zach
wanted to
Levine
make a
for like
playoff push.
3 years.
I know they wanted to make a playoff push as soon as Zach Levine went down. I was like, oh, all right, and it's probably not the best time to do it, but it's whatever.
Classic.
Uh, is Houston Rockets gonna be any good next year with Christian Wood healthy? And
No, I don't think so. I
no,
think I think they'll probably chill
they'll do better
towards
than
like
what they
the
were this
10
year.
seed. Yeah, they'll do better, and they have some pieces, but I think maybe 2 years from now might be when they're, you have a different, just a whole different organization kind of going on from the post James Harden. You know. Goodbye, Eric. All right. Well, anyway, let's go over a couple other ones. So OKC would have also had the second if Houston didn't get the second, if they were any lower. But they barely slept in there.
Oh,
The odds were not great. Hey, he's back. Hello.
I um, but yeah, the Bulls did kind of get screwed out of that one too. I still think the T-Wolves got the worst end of that. We have to be the worst team who had to give up our draft pick.
Yeah, so your odds were at 1, 2, 3, 4,
Nine
5.
percent.
They were at 6. Yeah, you were the sixth best odds. So, hey, those dang close. If you fall one, then it's not protected. That's scary, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
Um, Rockets also had the best odds of getting the first overall. Didn't get it. Pistons jumped them from second. Magic had the third best odds, and they got dropped to 5. The How did the Raptors get the 4? That's crazy.
I don't know. That's what I was saying too. I was really surprised.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they were 8th. Bulls were 9. Kings were 10th. Pels were 11th. Oh, I saw that thing and it was like the Pelicans lady. What's her Swin? Or Uh, Swin Cash is like their
Yeah.
what is that, like VP of maybe operations or something there, and she was like they got 10 and she just had like this, and then she did like a Jim from The Office looking at the camera like But hey, they had the 11th best odds and they got 10th, so that's all right. It can't
Yeah,
can't be
should,
Jim Cameron in this swing. Don't worry, he'll be all right.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you should not draft Cade Cunningham as #1 overall.
You don't think?
I think. And after seeing him, and I know he had a great season and everything, but watching him in the Sweet 16 last year, it was like, or sorry, not the Sweet 16, the March Madness last year, it was like, oh boy, he's going to struggle in the NBA.
So here's the top 10 draft prospects.
Yeah, who even is it?
It's curated by Mike DeCourcy. Cade Cunningham is at 1 here. Evan Mobley from Southern California. Jalen Green, who's a guard on the not a guard, but he's on the G League Ignite team. So we're starting to see these guys come in. There's actually 2 recruits out of there. Jalen Suggs for the Zags, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say he should
Davion Mitchell, which really looks a lot like Donovan Mitchell when you're reading it. Baylor.
Oh yeah, he's a stud too.
Jonathan Kuminga, also from G League Ignite. Sharif Cooper out of Auburn. Keon Johnson out of Tennessee. James Bonite out of Kentucky, and Alpernin Senjin from Besiktas, Turkey.
Wow. All right. I feel like it's not that great of a draft class, honestly. And those names, I mean, there's some good names in there, but nothing like over like.
Yeah,
Cade
there's nobody.
Cade isn't overly impressive.
We don't have any. Yeah, he's the next LeBron. You gotta take it.
Yeah, there's
none of that.
And I don't even think. I mean, I know that everyone has Cade going #1, but I don't think he's clear cut #1. I think you can make an argument for a couple different guys at #1.
I mean,
because how are you going to say that Jalen Suggs doesn't deserve #1 after what he did in the tournament?
And plus
incredible.
Well, what are the Pistons? I guess the Pistons really will just take the best player. They need everything.
Yeah, they just need talent. Honestly, they could use anything.
But after that, the Rockets could get.
Is what's his nuts staying there? Jeremy Grant. Is he still around? They're gonna get rid of him? Because if they still have him, is Cade Cunningham really the smartest decision? I don't know if it is.
Wow, it looks like every pic. I just typed in the Detroit Pistons, and every picture that has come up is of Cade Cunningham so far. So that's pretty crazy.
I mean, I did think he should be #1 up until the tournament last year.
Yeah, that was rough. I remember we both had
them going pretty deep.
Yep.
I thought for sure he would do something. I'm really surprised that Raptors got 4. What was their? They definitely didn't have the 4th worst record.
They had the 8th worst record.
Okay.
I believe. 8. Wait, they were 8. I just counted it. But Jeremiah Grant contract. We'll see how much longer he's got. He signed last year he signed a 3-year, $60 million contract. So he will be there unless he forces his way out. But expect him to still be there, and then I don't know. Hey, put some good guys over there.
I feel like after all of this, I feel like the Warriors are just going to be dominant next season. They're going to be so fucking good.
Yeah, because I mean,
James Wiseman comes back.
Honestly, dude, the main thing, Steph for the whole year.
Clay, Draymond, yeah, and Clay.
We'll see. I have to hate. I'm hoping. I hope he can come back.
Yeah.
Full swing, but man, he's not played
in a while.
Yeah.
And he's had a couple nasty injuries.
Brutal injuries, long rehabs, and he has not played.
But James Wiseman, Clay, Curry, Draymond, if Wiggins is still around, I don't know if he will be. And then the 7th overall and the 14th overall.
Yeah.
Ooh. That could be an interesting little team next year, especially if they add another piece or something, so they can get another elite player in there.
Ben Simmons.
Oh, Ben Simmons for Andrew Wiggins straight up.
Mm.
I don't know about that one.
Ah, that'd be dude.
Yeah.
If on the day we drafted Ben Simmons, you told me Ben Simmons for Andrew Wiggins straight up, I'd probably be like, oh hell yeah, because we all still liked Andrew Wiggins. But right about now, a little different.
Yeah, no, Andrew Wiggins is not. It's just not it. Which is
No, I
fine
don't
because I'm
think
sure
so.
if the T Wolves would have gotten a top 3 pick, we would have wasted it anyways. So I'm not too mad about it. I guess we always seem to do that. We either pick a really good guy, trade him away, or we pick a really good guy who's good at first, and then we pay him a lot of fucking money, and then he ends up being really lazy. That's kind of like the story of the T Wolves, but it's fine. The Seattle T Wolves, I should say.
The Seattle Swamp Wolves. I can't get this thing.
Okay, well, what else?
Waggling. Quit waggling.
Speaking of NBA, Alex Caruso. Come on, man.
Bro.
Alex Caruso got arrested in the state of Texas for marijuana possession.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I feel bad. I mean, the dude plays in LA. He probably forgot he couldn't just carry it around.
Lakers guard Alex Caruso was busted at a Texas airport Tuesday afternoon and charged with marijuana possession. Caruso, 27, was trying to board a plane at Easterwood Airport in College Station when TSA agents stopped him after finding drug paraphernalia in his luggage. Officials found what they believe is an herb grinder with marijuana residue. Caruso was charged.
Uh-oh.
God.
Uh-oh. It turned into a robot. What are you doing down over here?
Why is it doing these things?
Oh, bro, you're in straight MacBook mode now.
I know.
Hang on, I'm coming back.
Classic Caruso.
Classic Caruso getting arrested for.
Wait, so was it literally because there was a grinder with weed residue? Because
no, grinders are like felonies in states that don't have legal.
But I mean, did he also have any weed with him, or did he get boned for just the grind?
I don't.
Because if so, that stinks. Just going through TSA with it nothing. Oh man.
So he got charged with. He got charged with possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces, and possession of drug paraphernalia. So he got busted for weed. He got busted for weed and the grinder. He got both of them. Cat Jason. Jason said yesterday that he's a big Kentucky fan, and I said ever since Cat came to the Timberwolves, I hate Kentucky. Fucking lazy fucks, all of them.
Oh. Whatever.
He was arrested and released on a $4,200 bond. Is that really all there is? You're not going to give me anything more for the story? Come on now.
$200 bond.
$4,200 bond.
Oh, 42. All right.
That's like half his game check. Come on, give me something. Give me something better. Nope. That's all they're gonna give. Damn. Alex Caruso, you little nut, you.
Yeah, you can't get off the weed. Get off the weed.
Especially
or just stay in Cali, dude. You can't be out in Texas with that, but.
Oh, wait. LeBron made fun of him for getting arrested.
So when we
wait, hang on. Hang on. While the exact specifics on the charge still aren't out in the public, his Lakers teammate LeBron James had an instant reaction to hearing about the news. King James was reacting to renowned meme producer Josiah Johnson, who posted a hilarious clip of how LeBron would try to get Caruso out of jail. Everyone's just poking fun at him. Oh, Caruso, you little.
All right, I got the mug shot. There we go. Up on screen. He's not too happy.
Dude, he looks like
Nor would I be.
he looks like someone who should probably get checked at an airport. He just
Bro.
how can of all people, imagine he's like, can you not arrest me? I play for the NBA. And they just look at him, they're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, dude.
Oh, that's so funny. I can't.
I play for the NBA. The TSA agent's probably like, yeah, and I'm on the Olympic water polo team.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
Oh, Alex. Just, I just can't imagine him getting arrested and being like, "Are you serious? Like, is this a joke? I'm in the NBA.
Yeah. Hey, if
You really gonna take me to jail? I'd be pissed."
Poor guy. $4,200. Hey, at least he's a restricted free agent. He'll make a decent check.
I wonder if LeBron
Pay
will
for a new grinder.
Yeah, that's funny though. We need, since we're still on the topic of basketball, a lot of basketball today. Did you see what happened in last night's game? DeAndre Ayton, first of all, just goes off.
Yeah.
And then makes that last second
oop.
Pass in, oop. Are you kidding me? First of all, how do you allow that?
Nah, Clips blew that. And
Second of all,
free throws.
Second of all, how does Paul George miss both free throws coming down the stretch? It would have made it a 3-point game. Just, what are you doing? I'm watching it right now. I'm watching him miss his free throws.
P. Perhaps.
Playoff P, baby. Oh my God, you really did this. Unbelievable. Phoenix Suns don't cover last night. Thanks a lot, dickheads. But hey, the Suns won. We had them in a money line parlay. Not too bad. Why are the Clippers coming so close to beating the Suns over and over and over again when they're not that good? When they don't have Kawhi, what is it? What's happening?
I don't know, man.
Please explain.
They're fighting. They're playing well. You know, I don't even know. They just won't go away.
Unbelievable. They really won't, and it's pissing me off because I don't think they're that good of a team. I don't think they should be here. I haven't thought they should be here the whole time. I thought they should have lost to the Mavs back in that series, and then they somehow get by beating the Jazz without fucking Kawhi, and now they're almost beating the Suns back to back without Kawhi. And I get Chris Paul isn't there, but man, Kawhi, you said it before. Kawhi's got to be the most important person in the series. Maybe not the best, but the most important to his team, Kawhi has to be, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
I mean, Chris Paul's a big deal. If D-Book went down, that'd be a big deal. If DeAndre Ayton went down, that'd be a big deal. But I can't think of one other person who could impact the series more than Kawhi. That's actually an interesting conversation. If someone, Jason, if you're in the chat, or if anyone's in the chat, let us know what you think about that one, because that's actually an interesting conversation. Who is the most impactful player in this series? I would have to give it to man. See, the problem is I haven't seen the Suns play without D-Book for a while.
That's the one. That's one thing. And the Clippers have been doing okay without Kawhi.
Yeah, that's what's so weird. And it's not like the Sun have been struggling without Chris Paul. Yeah, could they be playing better? But it's not like they're playing competitive
D-Book's
games.
scoring output is pretty insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could replicate that with like 3 other guys off the bench, let alone.
Yeah. I also have that question in the East, I guess, too. In the Eastern Conference Finals. Who's the most impactful player there? You would think it'd be Giannis, right? Because without Giannis, I mean, that team's fucked. But could you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
Trey down? Could you put Trey or Clint?
I think the thing is, the Hawks. You're already just like I don't even know how they're here. You know,
I
you already
know
see.
it doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, like
Well,
yeah. Oh, that's tough.
also, if the Hawks do end up winning this somehow, some way, I know that Trey Young will get Finals MVP just because it's Trey Young. However, Clint Capella's kind of making a name, like making a case for himself to be the. If they were to win the whole thing,
Well,
he
hey,
would
we'd have to
definitely
see
make a
the
case for
finals,
himself.
bro. We'd have to see how the finals happen.
This is true. I'm saying as of right now, Clint Capella's been playing pretty damn well.
Yeah,
Much
no,
better
for
than
sure.
much better than I expected him to be.
I think basically every like role player on that team has been exceeding expectations.
By a
He's a
mile.
walking double double. Clint Capella is.
He really is. DeAndre Ayton, though, holy shit, did he have himself a night? What was his stat line last night? I didn't even see. No, he had a shitload of
35
boards, though.
or sorry, 24 14. 24 points, 14 boards. Where's the rest of it?
Man was a beast last night.
Yeah. Oh, is this
Give me.
why
What did he
is
have?
whoa?
24, 14, and 1. He had.
Why is this different
35.
on here?
You got two different stats there?
Yeah, if I Google just DeAndre Ayton and on the stats on the little side thing, June 22nd, 24 points, 14 rebounds. But if I go, maybe I clicked the wrong. But then if you go to the little like NBA panel thing, and you click the game from yesterday, it fixed. Yo, just saying, it was wrong for. Maybe I was tripping, but it said 20 the first time.
Well,
Yeah.
he got 24, 14, and 1. He had a block, a steal, only one turnover. Yeah, man.
I mean, the last game he was 29 and 2. Game before that, what? He's probably against the Nuggets. I can't even click on those ones. But yeah, man's playing very well at center. It's kind of what the Suns, just exactly what they needed them to be. It's kind of like the Suns finally did the thing. Every year it was get Devin Booker, a true point guard, and a true center. And then last year it was almost there when they had, who did they have at point last year? They had a decent point guard last year, and then DeAndre Ayton was playing pretty well until he had a drug thing, right?
Yeah. Did he get suspended or hurt? Or
yeah, he got suspended. Maybe both at 2 different points. But
Okay.
so he didn't play much at all. And then wow, everything's brokey.
It's okay. But we should probably kick it to a break because I want to talk the Olympics after this because I've been eyeing up the Olympics and I've been watching quite a bit of qualifying and now I'm kind of excited. I'm getting pumped up for the Olympics watching these trials and shit because all the track and field trials have been this week. God, there are some people that can fucking fly. Dude. I watched a decathlon runner run a 4:25 mile, a decathlon runner, and I was like, how? You have 9 other events you're supposed to be fucking working on, and you just ran a 4:25 mile?
Yep.
These guys are nuts.
That's a strategic, dude. It's decathlon's a beautiful thing, man.
It really, honestly, I can't believe that that's actually a sport. I can't believe that a human body can actually do all of that.
I've never done one.
Incredible.
Ever. But boy, it's just the strategy of like trying to is your best in this event better than doing almost your best in this one and then using some energy in the other one? And if you know that someone's always going to be better than you in this one, do you just kind of dog it? Or if you know,
I suppose there's a lot of strategy that comes into that.
There's so all the points matter, and you don't. The competition is always just you never know. Once you get to like 8, 9, 10 events, you never know. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. It's a great time. Yeah, let's talk some Olympics, bro. When we get back.
All right. See you on the other side, fellas.
Bye,
Be back in a couple
fellas.
minutes talking the Olympics.
Stay safe. Don't worry. fellas? We're back.
Wait, why have I not heard that beat before? By the way.
It's so. Okay, here's a breakdown, some behind the scenes for the fellas. I have two
Oh, nice.
places I play the music. Either Google Drive, random stuff I've saved on there, or the little software I have where I make them. When I do
All right.
Google Drive, and that's when you get your those ones, your dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of group. This one's just
Yeah.
I never scroll that far down. All the other ones are like all next to each other in a nice row. This one's like a little bit down, and I'm just a bum.
Okay. Well,
There
hey,
you go.
I'm a big fan of that one. I don't know if I've even heard that one. Maybe I haven't heard it in a while.
I think
That was a
made
good
it.
one, though.
That was the last year one. I made last.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, here. This was just posted 20 minutes ago on Sportskita about the
Oh.
2020 Olympics, which is now, I don't know why we're still calling it the 2020 Olympics, by the way. That's pissing me off.
I see why, but boy, is it
Keeps-
confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they keep saying Tokyo 2020, and I'm like, it's not 2020. Can we just stop talking? I get that it's the 2020 games, but hey, it's 2021. Let's see. This just came out. 16th edition of the trials will be in St. Louis, Missouri. The event will see top U.S. gymnastics. I didn't qualify. Trials will be held from the 24th to the 27th of June. So this starts tomorrow. 21 men and 18 women will be participating. Top 5 gymnastics moves. Oh, wait, no. Not top 5. What do we normally send? 4 or 5?
For
That's right.
for what? For gymnastics?
Yeah.
And each thing, like each event.
No, we send like 4 or 5 total, right? I forget.
Yeah.
Looks like we're
something like
sending
that. I'm
some.
sure there'd be
So
6 probably with the backup and like maybe more
Yeah.
with the COVID regulation rule. Who knows?
so apparently it's supposed to be Simone Biles, Jordan Childs, Biles and Childs.
Nice.
And Jordan Childs is the only one who can come close to Simone. Apparently she's like really, really, really good. She looks like she has like the same build as Simone, like short and just muscular as shit. Sunisa Lee. Who else? Who else we got? Jade Carey, Emma Malubu. Dude, I think gymnastics got to be one of my favorite sports to watch for Olympics. Like men's gymnastics is cool. They do some crazy shit. I like watching a couple of their events. But women's gymnastics, I don't know what it is. There's just something about it. They are fucking nuts. Simone Biles jumps like 30 feet in the air when she hits the board. You look like you're eyeing something down over there.
I just found a pretty crazy thing.
I want to see
it. Let me make I don't want to just but this I was just reading this little update thing. Oh my gosh. We got a positive doping test
Ooh.
for Shelby Houlihan. You know, not if you don't follow track outside of the Olympics, she has the American records in the 1500 meter and the 5000 meter. Known for just having an intense kick at the end. Tested positive for a banned steroid. What's the anabolic steroid nandrolone? What got a 4-year suspension from the sport.
Whoa. Is this one of those like she took ibuprofen and it had something in there that it wasn't supposed to?
Would you like to hear? Would you like to hear?
I would. Because I'm sick and tired of this happening.
She said she's never doped. Her team offered an alternate explanation of she ingested the banned substance from a burrito she ordered from a food truck.
How would you know that? How would you know that? How would you know that that burrito from that food truck is the thing that? And if you did know that,
You're right. Out of
why would you be
everything
eating
else,
burritos from random food trucks when you're training for the Olympics? Wouldn't you think that if it was like, oh, hey, sometimes if you get food from food trucks, they might put this, or this substance in there. You probably shouldn't get it. Wouldn't you know that ahead of time? Isn't like your whole job to not be?
Uh, so
No.
she claims she ordered a carne asada burrito, which is beef, and that she ingested the nandrolone because she's eaten pig offal, which I guess she's alleging that the burrito had been cross is a head
Oh,
cheese that's
boy.
made with pig blood. Okay, but wait, why would her getting a steak burrito mean she'd get a cheese made from pig blood, which could contain the
Because
thing?
it's cross contamination. Duh. Obviously. Clearly, the burrito, they know that it got cross contaminated with whatever substance this is, and that's why she tested positive. It's very simple. If you just, you know, follow exactly what they said.
The only reason that people seem to not think it just hasn't been like a PED that has been used recently whatsoever on account of the fact that it's so easy to detect. Basically, that's what the guy said. Even in like the worst era of baseball, using steroids, they didn't use this because you use it one time injected and you can detect it for months afterwards.
So it'd be pretty stupid if she actually did.
Right. So
What's gonna happen? They just give her the
So-
4-year ban, and that's
so she's
that?
already missed the trials. She's already missed 2020/21 Olympics. The main thing is if she's truly banned for 4 years, she'll also miss the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Ooh. Is that
So
where it
that's-
is next summer? Paris?
Yep.
Where's the Winter Olympics? Because that's happening next year.
Yeah, winter 2022. Do we know it? It doesn't. Oh, Beijing.
No, we don't.
Beijing.
Is it?
Yep. February 4th, 2022
Oh,
in
wow.
Beijing, China.
Let's go. Another Beijing Olympics? Dude, those were the best
That was
Olympics
pretty sick.
ever.
That was pretty sick.
Those were summer though. That was summer last time.
Yeah,
It was in
I didn't
Beijing.
know.
But now they're gonna do winter.
Wait, all right. No, maybe I'm tripping.
Beijing cold.
But that's what I thought. And if I thought it wasn't, I thought that it'd be like warm in
Well,
February.
I'm sure that Beijing will host like a couple winter events. Like probably have a hockey arena built there, and then I'm sure if you go to like northern China, I'm sure it's pretty cold. China's
I just
fucking
thought,
massive.
like-
I'm sure there's cold parts of it.
Maybe I'm thinking of Australia, but I always thought like it was kind of the seasonal weather was kind of the opposite on this side of the earth.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's in February.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I hope they do exactly what they did the last time, because that last Olympics was incredible. I loved it. What was that, 2008
Yeah, that was
Beijing
2008.
Olympics? I think it has to be like one of the best Olympics ever.
All right. Here's the average weather in China. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Average in February is a high of 42, a low of 22. We'll be good.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a
I didn't know
very,
that.
very similar
China was
climate
warmer.
to our climate.
Interesting. I thought they were warmer than us.
We're actually a little bit cooler, it seems.
Maybe that's why they're so angry all the time. This show's not gonna be allowed to be shown in China. You watch.
Yeah, dude, you can't say
They're
that.
gonna cancel us immediately. Yeah, I'm very excited for the Olympics. Very, very excited for Olympics. I've been watching all the running, all the swimming. I'm excited for water polo. Do you ever watch water polo?
Yeah,
You should watch water
only
polo.
during the
Everyone should
Olympics,
watch.
but yeah.
Yep, yeah, I agree. Everyone should watch some water polo during the Olympics, though. That sport is insane. They are literally drowning each other the entire game. And then like sometimes you can drown people and sometimes you get it whistled and then they just stop and swim the other way. You can't touch the ground or the bottom. So you're just treading water the whole time. That sport's insane.
Yeah, it's I feel like it would be a nightmare. Like
You're literally just getting drowned.
having my head underwater like that. That's
Not a
scary.
fan.
That's called
Yeah.
attempted murder.
We got 12 minutes till bets. What are we gonna fill it with? This has been a boring ass week for sports. I mean, like, cool things are happening. I guess Canadians beat Vegas again last night. I don't know how. However, I did say that it could easily happen yesterday. We're literally about to get Canadians versus Lightning in the finals and it's just gonna be a sweep. I hope, because I swear to God, if the Canadians fucking win, if the Canadians win the Stanley Cup playoffs, I will shave my head. I swear I will, because there's no way. I'll be pissed if they do too. What else? What else can we fill for 10 minutes before we get the
So there's a little bit of an upset in these trials for the distance area. Donovan Brazier,
Brazier,
reigning world champ, 800 meter. He finished last in the trial for the 8. He was second place through the 400 first lap. Fell apart in the final 2, dropping a 1:47.8, finishing in 8th place.
Sprinted out of the get-go and
yeah, essentially, his splits. Oh, I love splits, bro. So he dropped his first 2 by 200-meter splits: 25.5, 25.5, 25.59, 31.30.
Oh,
so he was really running, that dead on pace for like you want to be at like 145. These guys,
yeah,
that's like Olympic number. If you're doing 25.5, 25.5, that's gonna be a 51. And then
he just lost it at the end.
25.59's just could not hang on. He said he went. I think I made a move a little too early to get in better position in the first 3 to 350 meters and paid the price in the last 200 meters. And he just got all passed up the entire end. Dude had a brutal time in the last Olympics. He got hurt, I think, right beforehand or something. Couldn't get in. Or no, he missed he got hurt in the trials or something. Could not make the team. But he's one of those dudes that wins like the national champions and the world championships every year that it's not the Olympics. Just a classic. Unfortunately.
Did you see some of the pitchers kind of disrespecting the old sticky checks recently?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Who was it? Oh, I'm gonna forget his name. Hang on, I have it somewhere. What's his name? Sergio Romo for the Oakland A's. It was hysterical, actually. Sergio Romo gets a mandatory check because all starting pitchers have 1 or 2 mandatory checks, I think, a game now. And, pitchers have been like, all right, whatever. Sergio Romo gets asked to get checked, throws his glove, throws his hat, whips off his belt super fast, pulls down his pants. It was the funniest thing I have ever seen. The ump is just like, whoa, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just letting you check. Like, go ahead, check. It was funny. And I think the more that pitchers mock it and more that pitchers are just like, hey, this is ridiculous kind of thing, I feel like this rule is only going to be in place for the rest of the season, and then in the off season they're going to come up with something else. And I also heard a really interesting thing when I was watching the Oakland A's Texas Rangers game last night. Um, the announcer, this dumbass fucking commentator, sorry, she was a woman, by the way. She said the stupidest shit ever. She's like, what would you rather see, a walk-off home run or a walk-off triple play? And everyone's like, even the other two guy announcers are like, are you serious? Like, you just asked that question? And she's like, well, it's a very interesting question. And the guy's like, as a hitter and as just a fan of baseball, I'm going to go with the home run. And she's like, well, let's put it out on social media and see what the people say. It was like 92% people said a walk-off home run. She's like, oh, yep, I think I would agree too. I'm like, oh, glad you could come up with that. But they're talking about the sticky pitching and things like that. And the guy's like, could you imagine if the MLB didn't allow batters to use batting gloves, like when they went up to bat? He's like, could you just imagine? He's like, no one would even be able to grip the bat. He's like, there would be no home runs. There'd be very few triple plays, very few doubles. It's like the best people could do is probably get a base hit at a time. And that's even if they could hit contact with the ball. I was like, that's a really interesting point. If you're going to tell the pitchers that they can't use anything extra on their hands, you should probably tell the batters that they can't either. Because how is that fair? Pitchers can't use anything on their hands, but batters can use sliding gloves and they can use batting gloves for grip and they can use pine tar on their bats and they can use all this other shit.
Yeah.
That was a really good point.
So along with the beginning and end of every inning thing too, that opposing managers can also ask for a random check at any point, which we also saw happen. In the Phillies Nationals game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Phillies manager.
On Scherzer.
On Scherzer, middle of the inning, said, "Take a look at that boy's belt," and then, game just had to stop. He was ridiculously pissed.
I would be too, because that's not even. I hate that rule. I hate that the other manager can call for it. Because what if a pitcher's just in a groove?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you want like a little timeout and you want to, I don't know, go over a sign with your batter or something. You ask for the other pitcher to be checked, and all of a sudden you have 30 seconds to a minute to come up with a new, like, throw him out of his groove, whatever you want to do. I don't like that at all. That just seems like a delay a game tactic. It's like icing a kicker, basically. Imagine it's bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, full count, and the other manager's like, hey, can you check for sticky something?
So
what's stopping them from doing that? There's nothing.
That's actually, so Clayton Kershaw had like some comments on this, and it kind of sounds just basically what you're saying. He said, I think there should be a punishment if they don't catch anything on a guy in this kind of scenario. Scherzer's one of the best pitchers of our generation.
If you challenge a play?
Yeah. To see him get checked, I think it was a first and third situation or guys on base, and it mess up his rhythm. I think he ended up getting out of it, but you better find something you're going to call him out like that. He said it was a good technique strategically, and it would definitely throw you off. Yeah, maybe if they lose a challenge, or maybe if they have a challenge, they can't do it. I don't know, but I do think there should be repercussions for managers in that, like a win, because if you call somebody out, anybody, but somebody of Max Scherzer's caliber, and you don't find anything, I think it looks pretty bad on his part. Pretty bad. Dude, and he was staring down Girardi on the way out, and Girardi came running out. He's like, come over here. And he just like keeps walking away, and then he gets to the dugout, and he turns around, holds up his hand in his glove, and then takes off his hat, holds up his hat and his glove, and he's like, he was mad. He was mad. Scherzer was mad. I love it.
There's gonna be so much shit talking that comes out of this. There's gonna be so much shit that comes out of this. Pitchers are gonna be pissed. Managers are gonna get inside pitchers' heads. Pitchers are gonna get inside managers' heads. I'm excited.
Oh, and this is just what Scherzer said. Oh, this is what actually. So here's what Girardi said. This is why Girardi said he asked for the check. He said, "I've seen Max a long time, since 2010. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, but I've never seen him wipe his head like he was doing tonight ever. It was suspicious for me. He did it about 4 or 5 times. It was suspicious. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I just got to do what's right for our club." Um, right after this happened, he almost bonked a pitcher or a batter in the face with the fastball too. And then Scherzer says, "Hopefully the players across the league understand what we're doing right now. It isn't the answer. These are Manfred rules. Go ask him what he wants to do with this. Go ask him what he wants to do with this. I've said enough."
Rob Manfred hates baseball.
He said, "Go ask Alec Boehm how he feels about 95 at his face. I don't need to say anything more about this."
Woo. Woo. That's the thing. Managers start calling out pitchers, you're gonna put your own players in jeopardy.
Yep.
Pitchers are not having that. They will go after someone. They don't care. They don't care if you're gonna get suspended.
Like, he didn't even mean. He was like, "I didn't like mean to." It's just I couldn't even control it. Like, that's the rule, bro.
Sorry, couldn't control it. Don't have enough grip. Sorry.
Though.
That's funny though, because they could easily say, "Oh, sorry, I lost the grip. I don't have a good enough grip on the ball. Sorry, I threw it at his face immediately after you checked me for foreign substances."
Dude, that's crazy.
Good. Because baseball was getting a little boring with this whole new rule check without the sticky substances, but I'm glad we're back into scandals. We're back into controversy in the MLB. Here we go. Didn't take long. This has probably been the most entertaining sport of the year by a mile. Because we had the everyone's getting away with sticky, MLB doesn't care, and then to the exact opposite of MLB now cares, no more sticky, and now to this is fucking ridiculous. MLB, we're gonna prove that this is ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. The narrative is bouncing around like a bag of ping pong balls.
The narrative when players were using sticky substances, and we were going to talk about it too a little bit back then, like, hey, we need to start checking for this. Like, we shouldn't be allowing all this. And now that the rule is what it is, I have heard barely anyone say that this is a good rule or that this is good for baseball. Even the announcers are like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Because I remember, and even earlier, I don't know how this all factors in, because I haven't fully got a full, like, the baseball change too. The secret baseball change is like such a weird little thing too.
Before the official baseball change.
Right.
The secret baseball change before the official baseball change is what always gets me. Because everyone's like, yeah, the baseball got changed a couple years ago. I was like, no, the baseball got changed like 3-4 years ago and then got changed again a couple years ago. Because those juice balls were not announced when they first came out. And all the pitchers were like, yeah, there's something wrong with the balls. They're flying way further than they used to. They're like, they don't feel right. 2 years later, MLB's like, oh, by the way, we changed the balls. And pitchers, no, you did that a while ago, actually.
Ah, man.
That's the thing. I don't know how you try and change something in baseball when everything's so consistent.
I think
these pitchers have had a ball in their hand using sunscreen and rosin for their whole life or whatever. And then you change the ball and acts like a pitcher can't tell when his literal job is to hold that ball and throw it as consistent as possible.
I think the biggest thing, if they had just put this into place like in the off season, and then it's like you can't even, they would be able to protect themselves so much better, first of all, because it'd be like, all right, well, you have a whole season, or you have all the time to be able to work on your new throwing motion, work out the new muscles, figure out how to still get a grip. They took out pitching. What this one dude is doing with his hand is like half of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And they completely changed the way it works on a pretty huge scale in the middle of a season. It's kind of insane. I don't know if there's been any like rule change or not, because it's not even a rule change. It's just a rule.
It's
just a rule.
It's such an extreme rule change in the middle of a season.
Has there ever been anything like that?
I have no idea, and I don't. Hey, and it's all on Joe West. Joe West, blame him. Who was it? Cardinals manager called it. He's like, you opened a can of worms, you idiot. You should not have done that dumb shit. And he was right. But yeah, I don't think there's ever been a rule change like this. And even if you wanted to still ban foreign substances, even if you wanted to do it, they should have. Rob Manfred, again, probably drunk as shit, slurring his words when he makes the rule change. Yummy Phil, get the no, I'm not falling for it. What was I just gonna say? Yummy Phil got me off track now. Oh, the way they should have done it though has been like, okay, after the All-Star break, no more foreign. You can't use this, this, and this after the All-Star break. So pitchers can get used to. They have a month to train their arms a little bit. Figure out how they're gonna place the ball in their hand. Figure out all of that. Give them some time, not to just go from one side to the other, because you can see all these injuries. Tyler Glasnow rips his elbow apart. DeGrom ripped his shoulder apart when he first did it. All these pitchers are getting hurt. And it's just like, what are you doing? You're not protecting your players at all. I get, sure, maybe no more foreign substances if that's your actual goal, but you don't just do it hey, next week, no more. That's it. Next week, no more. Like, okay, have fun with all your Tommy John surgeries. Have fun.
I don't even know, dude.
If their goal is to get the pitching worse and watch more balls fly, then hey, they're doing a great job, because that's what's going to end up happening. When
it's like how for like the NBA, right now they're discussing how they're going to change foul calls on non-basketball moves, i.e., leaning into someone after you get them in the air on a 3-pointer for 3 foul shots, i.e., Harden, Young, etc.
Yeah.
Even though that's not like, I think that's like the most similar thing I can even think of, because yeah, it's like you're not actually changing a rule, you're just changing the way a rule is regulated, kind of thing.
Yeah, but they're still not doing it till next season.
Right, they did, because imagine if you're like Trae Young would not be where he is right now. Like, imagine if in February they're like, hey, if you do that one thing that is a huge component of your game, that's not going to count anymore.
Starting right now, if you do it again.
It's like that would cause an outrage, and it's like that, except it also is going to involve players' health and like a lot more than just the outcome of some games. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and yeah, because Trae Young would not be where he is this season without that. And good, give him a whole offseason to train out of that move. Like, give him time to get him out of the move. Like, you gave him the rule. You told him it was okay, so he learned how to expose the rule.
Never blame a player for taking
for
advantage
exposing
of
a bad rule. Yep.
Just if it's not entertaining, it's whatever. It just happens to your team. It doesn't matter. Like, they're using the game to their advantage.
You can't be mad at someone for doing it over and over again. It's up to the league to change the rule.
At the highest level of any sport, you do whatever you can do within the rules to win. You even bend the rules sometimes a little bit. If nobody's stopping you, absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting. You tell me I can drop 35 a game because I can just jump into people. Like, okay, I'll take it. And at the same time, I can get them all in foul trouble.
It's harder than people. It's not, because you have to get them in.
Oh, it's not an easy move. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it.
Right.
Every single person in the NBA would be doing it if it was a super easy move. It's not. It's a very difficult move. It's just that if you perfect it, you can absolutely expose it. You can completely expose the other team.
Man,
it's wild. 11. It's 11.
Breaking bets.
Yeah, a little breaking bets. Let's go 11-11. Come back to the bets.
We should start a B&B that has a sports book in it. Call it Breaking Bets. B&B.
I agree.
B&B. I'm just saying. I'll flesh it out more for the break. I don't want everyone to know about it. Big money. All right, we'll move back, fellas. We're back, fellas. Let's do some bet talk. Talk bets.
I agree.
Hey, okay.
We're back. Oh wait, were we back the whole time?
Yeah.
Silly goose me. I thought we were still on break.
Don't be down. Down with the
Ah.
down.
All right,
Good song.
great song. It's time for bets. As always, we're gonna start with NHL. Game 6, elimination game for the Islanders. In New York tonight, they're getting plus 130 at home. Lightning getting minus 150 on the road. Tickets split exactly 50-50. Money 78% on the Lightning. I don't know, man. These Stanley Cup semifinal playoffs have not been fun.
They've
they've been great. They've been great to watch.
They've made no sense though.
But the Lightning just won 8-0. So I don't really know what to do about this one. I would think New York wins this one at home. Sends it to game 7, elimination, because I think the Islanders are just as good as the Lightning. However, when you lose 8-0 in a big game 6, like a pivotal game 5, I don't know about that one. And the Tampa Bay Lightning's odds are finally down far enough to where you could grab them in regulation and make it make sense. But man, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't have a play on that right now at all. I'm gonna have to deep dive into that one to figure out what I want. I think the easy play is Islanders at plus odds, but I'm not gonna lay it.
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
It's
It's been a tough series. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about NHL anymore because no need. NBA though, we have game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and plus 8 is just too much.
Hawks plus 8.
Hawks plus 8. Bucks at home getting minus 8. Hawks on the road getting plus 8. Looks like 64% of tickets are on the Hawks, but 69% of money, nice, is on the Milwaukee Bucks. So looks like people who are taking Bucks are kind of stacking on them. Maybe people are putting parlays of Hawks. I don't know. I don't think so. The money line is 74% tickets on Bucks, 90% money on Bucks, which that doesn't make any sense because minus 375. Who in their right mind would take that? Hey, Hawks money line's plus 290.
That's beautiful.
Considering the Sixers are better than the Bucks, I would think that the Hawks can beat them.
The Sixers aren't better than anybody.
Well, not anymore because they're not playing. But they were better than the Bucks.
They were never better than anybody.
They were never better than anyone. The over-under is 225.5. Give me the over on that one tonight. Yeah, 225.5. I like the over on that. It looks like tickets and money are relatively split on under-over. I think that Trae Young shoots his little heart out tonight.
Oh.
I think the Milwaukee Bucks shoot their little hearts out tonight. I could just see this being like 120 to 125 very, very easily. I feel like very little defense will be played in this series. Giannis will have his way. Trae Young will have his way. And hey, maybe Clint Capella can keep doing what he's doing. It's not playing bad.
8 and 7. 9 assists, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, NBA, that's just too many points for the Hawks. I like that. I think people are really, really underrating the Hawks right now. They did just beat the Sixers, who I know they have their own problems too, but they still beat them. And the Sixers were a very good team. I know the Bucks beat the Nets, but they were banged up. Never had their big three in there. And Giannis has just looked so one-dimensional. And if there's anything I know about the Hawks defending one-dimensional players, aka Ben Simmons, they do pretty well at it. Just had to throw that out there.
Yeah. Their defense from the free throw line is insane, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
It's quite impressive if you ask me.
Jeez.
Moving on to baseball.
Yeah, let's get out.
We got some early games today. Lots of early games today. All right.
Wow, this goes.
We're gonna have to get our.
Yeah, jeez.
We got kind of games all day too. That's kind of nice. Nice
it's a nice spread.
sport-filled day.
Spread out. I like it.
105 is the first game of the day. We have Nationals Phillies. Looks like the Phillies are getting minus 112. Nationals getting minus 105 on the road. Nationals getting 58% of tickets, 58% of money. Let's dive into it, shall we?
Yes, quite.
There's a free pick from Covers on this one. Oh, sorry. Did I miss the first game? The actual first game?
White Sox Pirates.
White Sox Pirates was even before that?
12:35.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hang on. We'll get to that other game. White Sox Pirates. Pirates did beat them 6-3 yesterday. Thank you so much, because we had White Sox in just about everything. Pirates at home getting plus 140. White Sox on the road getting minus 162. White Sox getting 90% of tickets, 92% of money. There is a free pick on this. Oh, they said Pittsburgh. Interessante. DeJong is pitching for Pirates. He is a 4.26 ERA with a 1.42 whip. Cease is pitching for the White Sox. He is pretty much the same ERA at a 3.99 and just a slightly better whip at 1.3. Let's see how they do home and away. Cease struggles on the road. He does not pitch very well on the road at all. He has a 6.89 ERA on the road with a 1.6 whip. So he struggles. Chase DeJong is relatively the same pitcher at home as he is everywhere else. I would say White Sox, but after yesterday, I'm not totally sure. I would assume that they can come in a back-to-back situation. However, they're only 16-18 on the road. They're not playing a lefty, which I don't know how much that even matters anymore after they just faced the lefty yesterday and he pretty much shut them out through the first 5. Yeah, I don't have a play for this one, especially with the public stacking on the old White Sox today. I don't like that. Also, what a great call yesterday that the Yankees were going to lose that game. I didn't put money on it, but what a great call. Told everyone, do not take the fucking Yankees yesterday because everyone stacked on them and they're minus 275. And guess who lost? The Yankees.
Idiots.
Dumb idiots. I saw someone tweet, if your capper sent you Yankees money line yesterday, it's time to find a new one. I was like, well, I was gonna retweet it, but we went negative, so I was like, I'm just gonna lay off that one.
Don't encourage people to find a new one.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we went negative and we didn't even take them, so I can't say shit. 105, we have Nationals, Phillies. Let's see what we got for pitchers here. This has also got a free pick on Covers, and they are saying Washington. Let's check it out. Velasquez is pitching for the Phillies. He's got a 4.44 ERA with a 1.42 whip. Fetty, I don't know. Washington pitcher, 3.33 ERA with a 1.17 whip. He's a much better pitcher. I wouldn't say much better, but definitely a better pitcher than Velasquez. Velasquez is probably only going to pitch 3 innings. Velasquez is about the same pitcher he is at home than he is everywhere else. And Fed, however the fuck you say this name, has been lights out in his last 3. He has given up 0 runs in his last 3. His whip in this past 3 is a 0.79. His away ERA and whip is very good. He's a better daytime pitcher than he is a nighttime pitcher. I would also say that Velasquez is a terrible daytime pitcher, and this is during the day. I hate to say it, but I might agree with covers.com on this one. I might be going Washington. Seems like a good spot for them. However, they are on the road. Phillies are at home. I think this might just be a stay away game.
Maybe they'll still
I'm gonna
be
lean.
mad.
If I'm gonna lean it,
mad about yesterday.
Yeah.
Some fire.
If I'm gonna lean anywhere, I'm gonna say Washington. But them on the road and Phillies at home, just not a good combination. But that Fetty, actually, what is Washington Nationals' first 3 money line? Do you know that one?
Let's see. Yeah, all innings. Money line first 3 for the Nationals is minus 114.
Damn. I was hoping for a little bit better. But it's still a relevant play because their starting pitcher should be much better than the Phillies starting pitcher. It's just a matter of if the Nationals can punch in a couple runs in the first three. I don't think they should lose in the first three, though. That's at 105. At 110, we have Cardinals, Tigers. Tigers at home getting plus 102. They crushed the Cardinals yesterday. Cardinals on the road getting minus 121. Looks like 63% of tickets are on the Cardinals. 61% of money are on the Cardinals. Let's check out the starting pitchers. What do we got here? Matt Manning and John Gant, both relatively same ERA with a 3.5 and a 3.6. However, Gant's whip is up to a 1.61 while Manning's is only 1.2. So you got to be careful with that ERA because sometimes it doesn't explain everything. The whip means a lot. 1.61 is a huge whip. Let's see. Defenses, everything about the same. Oh, Gant in his last three has a 12.27 ERA with a 2.0 whip. He's pretty good on the road. It looks like Manning has never pitched at home. He's only pitched on the road. He's only pitched one game this season. That's interesting. So give me the over in this one because both these pitchers look like they're going to get absolutely shelled. And both bullpens are going to. Detroit has a fourth worst bullpen. St. Louis has bottom 10 bullpen. What is? They both kind of suck on offense. Is the problem. This Gant guy is probably going to get lit the fuck up though. Just what's both team total overs? And that game total over is 9, right?
Yeah, the game's at 9. One sec. For the Cardinals, it's 4.5 at minus 122 for the over. For the Tigers, it's 4.5 plus 114 for the over.
Interesting. Interessante. I would lean Detroit Tigers team total over on this one, but their bats were working really well last night, and I don't know if that continues into today. Let me check actually how they've been playing on offense recently. Wow, they have played some bad defensive teams recently. They've scored 8, 5, 3, 3, 5, 6, 4, 10, 1, 2.
Jeez.
However, St. Louis has let up 8, 1, 1, 9, 4, 0. There's just sporadic teams. I would probably stay away from this one. If I had to pick anything, I'm picking Detroit team total over or just game total over at that point. Both pitchers should get shelled off the rip. Both bullpens aren't good enough to save any runs. Yeah, the game total. Let me see. I wonder if the public is stacked on the game total over. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Yeah. No, 95% is on the under.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
How can you how can you look at a game with a pitcher who's running like a 12 ERA and then the other pitcher, it's his second game, and 95% of people want the under there?
I think what a lot of people do is they just pick the opposite of whatever happened in the last game. I know a lot of baseball people that do that. They're like, well, this team lost yesterday and they shouldn't have, so now I'm going to stack on them today. It's like, well, maybe, just maybe, they just aren't as good against that team. I don't know. Maybe, just maybe.
Hey,
what's the next game? 340?
Statistics work, man.
I guess not. What do I know, right?
Probabilities that aren't based on another probability. You know?
Spread knowledge, man.
Dude, spread knowledge is just not. It's just, dude, every day is a new day. Like, come on now.
At 340, we have Brewers, Diamondbacks. Brewers on the road getting minus 220. Diamondbacks at home getting plus 180. Brewers getting stacked on 88% tickets, 95% money. That is a lot. Brandon Woodruff is pitching though, which is why. The cover says to pick under 7.5, by the way, as a free pick. They have a lot of free picks today. They must have been sucking in their VIP. Um, Arizona has Smith pitching. He's a 3.21 ERA with a 1.26 whip. Brandon Woodruff, is pitching for Milwaukee Brewers. He's a 1.94 ERA, a .76 whip. Dude is a baller. Let's check how we do on away versus home splits. Brandon Woodruff has been struggling in his last three, actually, with almost a 5 ERA and a 1.06 whip, which is actually not too bad still. His hits have gone up a lot. He's just been struggling, maybe since the sticky, maybe, Smith himself is relatively the same pitcher at home, relatively the same pitcher in the last three. Brewers should not be getting minus 220 is all I have to say. Smith is not that bad of a pitcher. I know D-backs bullpen is trash. However, Milwaukee's offense is ranked 25th in the league. It's nothing special. That under 7.5 might be a good play. But other than that, I think I'm just going to stay away from this one. Brewers should win. They are a better team. They have a better starting pitcher. But he hasn't been playing that well in the last three. And with 95% of public on the money, kind of feels like a trap game. Just a little bit. Yeah. Could be. That's at 340. What else do we have? 407?
Yeah.
Oh, give me the San Francisco Giants at that line.
Oh.
I was dumb yesterday. I knew I should have taken that Giants over. I knew I should have taken the Giants money line, and we didn't at plus money. It was dumb. Dumb. I love betting on the Giants, and I saw them at a perfect opportunity yesterday, and I didn't put it in VIP. We talked about it, but I didn't put it in. Dumb. Giants on the road getting minus 114. Angels at home getting minus 103. Giants getting 73% of tickets, 94% of money. So we better be damn sure that they're going to win this game. Oh, Shohei Ohtani's pitching tonight. Wow, holy shit. We have
that changes things.
Gossman, 1.51 ERA with a .77 whip. Ohtani with a 2.7 ERA with a 1.16 whip. Starting pitchers. Kevin Gossman has been lights out, whether he's on the road, at home, in his last three, doesn't matter. Shohei Ohtani pitches a little bit better at home. In his last three, he's been relatively the same. Give me under 8? You're telling me under 8's at plus 100 in this one? Whew. That seems like a steal.
Wow.
I expect this game to be I expect this game to pretty much be 0-0 through 5 innings, or close to it. Both these pitchers are damn good. I don't think Ohtani will let up much, especially at home. I don't think Gossman will let up much. Give me under 8 and the Giants to win this one, because once we get into the bullpen, Giants will start doing some work against the Angels bullpen.
If you want the total runs, wow.
8,
okay,
right?
These are crazy juiced. They know for
Do
sure.
they?
Under 2.5 in the first three is at minus 134. Under 4.5 in the first 5 is minus 143.
Damn.
In a game where
but they're giving it under 8 at plus money, or at least it was on coverage.
Close. Now it's minus 108, but it's essentially push.
Give me the under in that game. Give me the Giants in the under. I think. I know Shohei's pitching, but he's only pitching for 5. So out of the 4 innings, Giants are going to do some work. But I still don't think it's going to.
Angels first 5 only at 102, plus 102.
Interesting. I don't know if Gossman's actually a better pitcher than Ohtani. So I don't know if it's. I don't know. I think the Giants win the game. I think once they get in the bullpen.
Yeah.
My only thing is, the Angels do have a decent offense. They got an 8th ranked offense. It's pretty solid, but their defense is trash. And the Giants' defense is very, very, very good. Good bullpen, good starting pitcher. Give me under 8. I like it. And the Giants. Because I missed out on them yesterday, and I don't want to miss out on them again today. I don't know why their odds always come in so low every time. Rockies, Mariners. I know. Rockies Mariners at 410. Mariners at home -106. Rockies on the road at -113. I thought the Mariners were going to score 8 runs yesterday. They only ended up winning 2-1. So we got our parlay with them, but we did not get their over 4.5. Ticket split 50-50. Money 67% on the Mariners. Please give me some good pitching here. I want to take Mariners. I want to slam the Mariners again.
Let me tell you, dude. You definitely can't take the Rockies.
No,
You
not on the
cannot
road.
take the Rockies on the road.
Oof. Yikes. We have 2 pitchers that both suck pretty bad. Sheffield is pitching for the Mariners. He's a 5.65 ERA with a 1.66 WHIP. Yikes. Marquez is not much better with a 4.26 ERA with a 1.38 WHIP. So a little bit better, but nothing spectacular there. Let's see how we've got. Sheffield has been getting fucking fucked in the last 3 with an 8.0 ERA and a almost 2.0 WHIP. Marquez struggles a little bit on the road with a little bit higher ERA, a little bit higher WHIP, but his last 3 hasn't been too bad. Mariners team total over again. What's it at? It's only 5.5 total runs today. I know both offenses aren't great. I guess Rockies have a 13th ranked offense, so they're middle of the pack. Mariners not so much, but they do play well at home. What's Mariners team total over? I might have to go for it again. I think the game total over is going to be beautiful in this one, honestly. 8.5. Come on.
Jeez.
Come on. Give me that all day long, especially after they barely scored any runs yesterday. What's the line at? Ooh, DraftKings has 8 at -120. Nice.
Yeah.
Not many people. Very little stack on the over. Interesting. Give me Mariners and game total over. I don't know if they can hit it by themselves. I'm just scared because of yesterday. They're gonna score 8 though. I know they are. Just give me the game total over. It'll hit. Yeah, over 8, and then I'm leaning Mariners on that one. I'll probably put them in something. Maybe. We'll see. What's next? 705? Couple 705 games, right?
Yep. Next.
I didn't miss any there.
Yeah,
Astros.
a couple of them there.
Astros, Orioles at home getting +170. Hang on, let me check. +170. Astros on the road getting -205. 91% of tickets on the Astros, 84% of money on the Astros. Where's this game? Where's it? There it is. Let's check out the starting pitchers here. Baltimore has, wow, pretty good. Who is this guy? He's got a 1.93 ERA with a 0.86 WHIP. On the other side, we have Urquidy with a 3.65 ERA, but only a 1.0 WHIP. So both pitchers very good. I don't know how much this other pitcher, this Baltimore pitcher, has pitched though. Let me check out. It's WHIP, ERA. So has he only played? That's why. He's only played it. So Thomas Eshelman has only pitched 1 game. He pitched very well. 1.9. Wait, that doesn't make sense. How do you get a 1.93 ERA? Oh, because he pitched 4.2 innings. Gotcha. Okay, so he's only pitched 1 game all season. It was at home. He pitched very well. Urquidy is not as good on the road. Struggled a little bit in his last 3 comparatively to his season average. The under-over is set at 10, which seems very high for what seems like 2 decent pitchers. Eshelman may get shelled off the rip here. Who did he play against? Hang on. I want to see who he's threw well against. It was the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't know how impressive that is. He let up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, threw 57 pitches. I want to put the under on this. I think taking Houston is a pretty no-brainer at this point. I don't like how much they're getting stacked on. I think this is a stay away game if you want to throw something on the under. The over is, yeah, holy shit. The over is getting 90% of money. So I like that under even more now. I don't think there's a lot of runs scored in this one. I think both starting pitchers will be decent. Astros bullpen is decent. Orioles bullpen is better. I guess they are bottom 10. Yeah, I just like the under in that one. I don't see a lot of runs happening. I think it might be a close game too because Astros have gotten the better of them the past 2 times. I don't know. That's a tough one. Another game at 7:05, Royals Yankees. Yankees finally added decent odds after yesterday's dumbass. Garrett Cole is just not a good pitcher anymore. I'm telling you, that dude was using so much spider tack and shit. Ever since those rules have been changed, Garrett Cole has sucked ass.
Yeah.
He's been terrible. He pitched yesterday and they lost the Kansas City Royals. New York Yankees getting minus 175 at home today. It looks like Royals on the road getting plus 150 today. Finally, the public is not just betting on the Yankees. 54% of tickets on the Yankees, 57% of money on the Yankees. I don't even know who's pitching, but this seems like a good line finally for the Yankees. When the public stops betting on them, that's normally when I start betting on them because you can get them in a good spot. Oh, they got a free pick. They're picking Kansas City. Spread Knowledge is picking Kansas City today. Would you like to hear why? Okay, we're going to hear why. Spread Knowledge.
Did they say
Kansas
why?
City. Yeah. Kansas City Royals are 25, 25, and 0 money line price lower than current money line, plus 2.35 since August 2020, August 15th, 2020, with a profit of plus 9 units. All right.
August? Wait. I hear this every time.
Wait. This is a good one. This is a moneymaker right here. Kansas City Royals are 13, 8, and 0 when their game time is past 5 p.m. Eastern since May 15th, 2021, with a profit of plus 9 units.
Wow, that actually is kind of.
I mean, after 5 p.m. Dude, so what if it starts at 4:50? What if it starts at 4:50?
Then,
huh?
But like, okay, but the last one was 25 and 25 based off of since last August 2020. Something about the money line price current they're lower than the
when their money line is lower than basically like plus 235. They since August 15th, 2020, they have profited 9 units. The last one. Kansas City Royals are 3-1-0 in level 1 of Sport League Breakdown since June 18th, 2021. That was 5 days ago, with a profit of plus 4 units. So that's a trend as of 5 days ago, with 4 games to do the trend. In level 1 of Sport League Breakdown. So are you taking a trend from a different place and then putting in a trend in your? Oh my God, I hate covers. God, this. Great statistics. I'll say it like I say it every time. Great statistics, terrible picks. Covers.com. Anyways, let's actually get into this. Pitchers. Duffy is pitching for Kansas City. He's got a 1.94 ERA with a 1.13 whip. He normally goes 6 innings. He's a pretty good pitcher. King for the Yankees, not as good of a pitcher. He's at a 4.08 ERA with a 1.39 whip. He's 0-3, I might add. Yankees at home are 19 and 18. Kansas City on the road are 15 and 19. See how we do for the starting pitchers. So King has had a rough last 3 starts with a 6.0 ERA and a 1.5 whip. However, he is better at home. And this game's at 7:05, so it's not a day game because he is better at day than he is at night. On the other hand, Duffy has also struggled in his last 3 with almost a 4.0 ERA, but he does do well on the road. Both pitchers going to struggle a little bit. It seems like I do not have a play for this game because I would be leaning Yankees just because it's the Yankees at home, but at minus 175, I do not trust them, especially with their starting pitcher, not as good as the Kansas City starting pitcher. And Kansas City's bullpen is not great. Yankees have a top 3 bullpen. I still just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust the Yankees. However, the public is basically split on this one, which you will not see the Yankees at most times. So if you're going to take them, this is the time to take them. Yeah. Might put them in a parlay or something like that at minus 175. But like I said, I just don't trust it.
I thought,
Um,
there's probably something
yeah,
better to parlay if you're going in minus 170 territory.
that's what I was kind of thinking too. I wonder what here. Let me see what their spread is getting for. So maybe their money line's cooled off, but maybe their spread's getting hammered. Their spread. Ah, there it is. 93% tickets on Yankees, 97% money on Yankees at -1.5. So that's where all the money's going. No one's taking a money line. They're just stacking on them. Nope, don't like it. Stay away. 70. Did I get through all the 705 games? Did I miss any? Nope, that's it. 7:10. We have Marlins Blue
Yeah.
Jays again. Marlins won. No, Blue Jays won yesterday actually. Marlins at home getting +107. Blue Jays on the road getting -124. Tickets are basically split. 60% of tickets on Blue Jays, but the money is split 50-50, so really no stack there. Let's see what we got for pitching. We have, I need to find the Marlins. Trevor Rogers versus Robbie Ray. Trevor Rogers is a great pitcher, 1.87 ERA with a 1.02 whip. Robbie Ray is not bad himself with a 3.5 ERA and a 1.15 whip. The under over is at 7.5 this game. I'd be taking the under. These teams do not have a lot of offense, but have actually Blue Jays have a number 4 ranked offense.
Wow.
How did I miss that? I swear they have not scored runs lately. Yeah, well, see, they have these random games. It looks like they beat Boston 18-4 once. They beat Baltimore 10-7 once. Seems like they have these random sporadic games where they just score a shitload of runs. And Miami either scores. Listen to Miami's last games: 1 run, 0 run, 11 runs, 10 runs, 0, 1, 2, 4, 4, 4. Both teams super inconsistent, super sporadic. I'm going to stay away from this one. Possibly give me the under on this. I don't think I have a lean on who's going to win because both bullpens are. Hang on. Don't want to talk out of my ass. Yeah, both bullpens are relatively similar. Both starting pitchers. I give the edge to Miami, but Robbie Ray is not a bad pitcher himself. I don't think I have a play on this one. This is a stay away game. If I lean anything, I'm going to say under. I'm just going to say that it's going to be another one of those small scoring games, but not worth putting something on. 7:10, we have Atlanta Braves, New York Mets. It's definitely not DeGrom pitching because they're at -125 at home. Atlanta Braves +108 on the road. Braves getting 73% of tickets, but only 53% of money. Kyle Wright versus Tyler McGill. McGill, it is his first start tonight. His debut pitcher. Wright is a 4.15 ERA with a 1.15 whip. He's only probably going to go 4 innings, it looks like. So interesting matchup tonight. I couldn't really tell you. Oh, sorry. It's not McGill's first start. See, I don't understand how baseball does this because it's very not accurate, I feel like. Yeah, McGill looks like a decent pitcher when he has pitched. 3.1 ERA with like a 1.03 whip, tons of strikeouts. Kyle Wright. See, oh, what the fuck? Kyle Wright has only pitched 1 game too. Yeah, both pitchers have only pitched 1 game. First 3 over. What's the first 3 over, Sean? Is it juiced? First 5 over?
Dude, I wish it would. Come on, innings. Load up. Yeah, first 3's over 2.5 at -148. First 5's over 5.5 +110.
Damn, that's not very good. What's Atlanta's team total over? Is it 4.5 at minus odds?
Any winner, total run, lead. Team totals. Oh, dude, shit. Where did they should put the team totals overs higher up. For Atlanta, it's 4.5 at +112.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do with this game because, one, the Mets suck on offense. They're so bad on offense. They're ranked 29th on offense. 2, Atlanta's good on offense. They rank second. However, the Mets defense is ranked second. Atlanta's defense isn't great. Both basically debut pitchers. They really haven't played much. I just think there's better games to bet on, in my opinion. I really want to take the over on one of these team totals or just the game in total, but I don't trust the Mets bats, and the series has not been very high scoring. Now, granted, DeGrom pitched in one of the games, so you can't really say much, but I don't like this. The Mets at home, man, I just don't know. Maybe, you know what? I think I'm thinking too hard about this one. Give me the Mets at home at minus 125. I like that. Thinking a little too hard. We got new pitchers. I trust the New York Mets bullpen a lot more than I trust the Atlanta Braves bullpen. Mets are at home where they do very well. They're 21-9. Atlanta on the road at 15-17. Unless this McGill gets absolutely fucking trounced and when he's on the mound, which I hope he doesn't. I think we'll be okay here because Kyle Wright is good, but he's not that great. He's only going to pitch for 4 innings, which means we get 5 innings of the Atlanta Braves dog shit bullpen. Yeah. Give me New York Mets in this one. I like it.
There you go.
And with the Braves getting stacked on him, tickets and money, I like that a lot. I think people are probably just seeing the debut pitcher thing, even though he has pitched. Even though the Atlanta Braves pitcher is basically a debut pitcher as well. Right. Another 7-10 game. We have Rays at home against the Red Sox. This game yesterday, the Rays lost 8-5 in 11 innings. Rays getting minus 150 at home. Red Sox getting plus 128 on the road. Rays getting stacked on for money in tickets, 66% of tickets, 85% of money. Let's see what we have for pitchers here. I'm guessing the Rays probably have their ace on the mound. If the odds are like that, Rich Hill versus Garrett Richards, not their ace. 3.64 ERA for Rich Hill, 1.05 WHIP. Richards has a 4.36 ERA, but a 1.61 WHIP. That's getting up there a little bit. Boston on the road, very good team, 24-12. Tampa Bay is actually a better team on the road, but not bad at home, getting 19-15. Both bullpens very good. I believe the Rays have a top 5 bullpen. Yep. They have the number 4 bullpen. Boston has a top 10 bullpen. Let's see how pitchers do. So Garrett Richards actually been pitching not great in his last 3, but does pretty well on the road. Not great at all in his last 3. Rich Hill also has struggled a little bit in his last 3. Pretty much the same pitcher at home as he is everywhere else. His whip has stayed pretty consistent. While Garrett Richards has over a 2.16 whip in his last 3 starts. With Tampa Bay Rays having a better starter and a better bullpen, I would think Tampa Bay Rays here. I do not like the fact that they're at minus 150 at all. You know what I might do? Because they're in the same kind of situation, getting the same kind of money. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let the Yankees ruin a bet for me. I was going to say I might put the Rays and the Yankees just because they're both like really 2 awkward games. And if you're going to lose a bet, you might as well lose them together. And if you do hit that, it's probably a plus 150-ish, which would be pretty nice. But I don't know if I want to do that. I don't even know if I want to go down that road at all. So that's probably a stay away game. I don't like the juice on the Rays. However, I do think that they win. I got no under overs on that one though. I don't know what to do with that. 7-10.
Nah, 805 is the next.
805, yeah. Athletics Rangers.
Yep.
The Athletics are a bunch of assholes because we had them the other day, and then they got shit on in the first 3, which we actually had Rangers doing that, but then couldn't come back. And then yesterday they just absolutely obliterated the Texas Rangers 13-6, I think. And it was 9-0 at one point. Athletics on the road getting minus 141. Texas Rangers at home getting plus 120. Athletics getting 85% of tickets, 85% of money. Who do we got for pitchers here? Mike Foltynewicz. Wow. Okay, just pick the 2 hardest pitchers to say. Caprillion and Fulton. Oh my god. No thanks. Fulte has a 5.59 ERA for Texas Rangers with a 1.43 WHIP. Capriello has a 2.84 ERA for the Oakland A's and a 1.11 WHIP. Bullpens are kind of similar. Texas has basically the bottom 10 bullpen. Oakland has a borderline top 10 bullpen, but they're both kind of middle of the packish. Give me, what's the Athletics team total over? I know I keep going on this, but they do hit that over quite a bit. Oh, Fulte Newitz has a 12.71 ERA in his last three. Giving up
5.5 plus 118.
5.5. What's 4.5? Minus 150?
They don't have it.
Oh.
Unfortunately. Rangers 4.5 plus 123. But
I mean, their bats aren't bad. I think Oakland wins this at minus what? 141. Yeah, Oakland can win this. I think they probably destroy that starting pitcher. I'm hoping. But I don't know if 6 over 5.5. That's such an. I hate that line. I hate taking a team total over 5.5. I feel like there's just too many things that can go wrong. Game total over, possibly. Team total over, possibly, but I think just Oakland A's to win. I'm not going to get greedy with it. Not going to get dumb with it. Not going to get cute with it. Just give me the Oakland A's to win. They should take Fulte Newitz, or however the fuck you say his name. They should yard him a few times and then get into the bullpen and do just fine. Especially after yesterday's game, I'm sure they had to get in their bullpen pretty deep with all the runs being scored. That or they just threw a bunch of trash bullpen pitchers out there to save them for today. That's 805. I think I'm going Athletics on that one. What was the 85%? Yeah, I don't like that. That's 805. Next game, last game? 10. Dodgers, Padres once again. Padres once again beat the Dodgers 3-2 last night. Dodgers getting plus 100. San Diego minus 115. Dodgers getting favored on the tickets at 63%, but Padres getting favored on the money at 55%. So kind of split down the middle. Not much. Ooh. Covers has a free pick. They are picking Dodgers. Trevor Bauer's on the mound for Dodgers. Joe Musgrove's on the mound for the Padres. Both very good pitchers. 2.45 ERA for Bauer with a 0.94 WHIP. Musgrove a little bit better with a 2.28 ERA with a 0.85 WHIP. Both pitchers probably going to go 5-6 innings. This series has been very hard to call. You got the number 1 ranked defense going against the number 1 ranked 2 offense. Trevor Bauer in his last 3, not as good. Musgrove in his last 3, not as good, but pretty similar to how they've been playing. I'm pretty sure this is just a stay away game. Give me the under with both good starting pitchers, both good bullpens. Padres very good at home, 27-14. Dodgers not bad on the road, 21-17. I just don't think it's worth it. Give me the under if anything. Other than that, I just don't think. I think it's a stay away game. We've had enough leans on the rest of the slate to stay away from games like that. That's it for
the baseball.
MLB. That's the baseball. We have one WNBA game tonight, and I like the line a lot. I know
I don't even have the lineup.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say it doesn't even have any books out there, but I see the open on covers. It looks like links. Looks like the links are gonna get either 1.5 or 2.5, and either way, I like it. Give me the links either way. Why? Because Tiffany Hayes is now hurt for the Atlanta Dream. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. That is their leading point scorer. She's played 11 games. She averages about 30 minutes. In her last 3 games, she scored 16, 18, and 11, 22, 21, 20. So she's 17.6 points per game, almost 3 rebounds per game, over 3 assists per game, over 1 steal per game. To sum it up, she is a key player for them. Now, the links are also banged up a little bit. Ariel Powers is out. A couple key injuries themselves. We're definitely going to have to. Oh wait, is Kennedy Carter? Ooh, okay, okay. This is interesting because Kennedy Carter is probable tonight, which is their other leading,
Okay.
the Dream's other leading scorer, who's been out for a couple games. Actually, she's been out for
Now.
3 weeks now.
Yeah.
See, and when Kennedy was playing, they beat Chi-Town, they beat the Wings, they beat the Liberty in OT. This is going to be a tough one. I'm going to have to sit on this one for a while. There will not be a WNBA play for a while today. This game goes off at 7 o'clock, so the pick will probably come in at like 5:30 once I get a good read on what everyone's doing. By the way, yesterday, for anyone who took the WNBA, I have never seen lines so good end up so bad. We were on the Liberty as a free play yesterday. They were getting 1% of bets on action. They were getting absolutely disrespected on covers. They end up losing by 20. The Wings were getting absolutely stacked against from the Connecticut Sun. The Sun end up winning by 10. And then the Storm were getting 1% of bets when the Mystics had three starters out. The Storm were getting 1% of bets, and the Mystics lost by 1 when the cover was supposed to be 13.5. I don't know how the hell that happens. I don't know how you get basically 3 99% money games and all of them end up going to the public. The public absolutely dominated Vegas last night in the WNBA, and we got crushed because of it, because I figured it was just fade the public kind of night, especially when all of the leans that we wanted to take were getting disrespected by the public. I am sorry for those picks. That was bad. I have never seen that happen in any sport ever, where you can literally have all 3 stacked on and they still all 3 win. But boy, am I ready to fucking get some vengeance on that one. If I see 99% on one team tonight, I'm still going the other side. Good for the public for absolutely destroying Vegas in WNBA last night. Good for you guys. I don't know why you guys took the things that you did, but clearly you know better. The public knows better than me yesterday. But I can only imagine.
Vegas is probably pretty mad.
Vegas is pissed, and I can only imagine that for the rest of this week for WNBA that the public gets absolutely slaughtered after that one. I would imagine. That's normally how things go, but could be wrong. Right now, I am leaning whatever the spread is for the Lynx to take it. But I have to see what Kennedy Carter's looking like and everything like that, because you lose one top scorer, but then you gain one back. She's probably not going to be at 100%. I'm sure she's still a little banged up, but it'll be interesting. Minnesota, both teams 5-7. However, Dreamer 6-6 against the spread. Minnesota's 4-8 against the spread. Minnesota got killed by Dallas, but then beat Dallas right before that. Killed by Chi-Town, beat the Sparks handedly, lost to the Mystics, and then you have the Dream over here. Lost to the Mystics, pummeled the Mystics, got crushed by Seattle twice, and then lost to Minnesota twice. So these teams have already played each other twice this year. Both games were in Minnesota. The Dream lost the first one by 2. They covered that one. They lost the second one by 20. They obviously did not cover that one. So this should be an interesting game tonight. Like I said, lean Lynx, but the line's not even out yet, so can't tell you. If the Lynx come in at plus money, for sure take them. I think they'll probably be -1, between -1 and -3. We're gonna have to see what the public does, because after they just killed Vegas yesterday, it's gonna be worth looking at them today. I think that's it for
That's the bets.
That's the bets. Hey, do me a favor real quick. Can you pull up the clip of Diego Romo? No, that's not his name.
It was funny. Scherzer actually did something similar too. Well, after you said that, I was reading the parts about Scherzer, and then he basically didn't take his pants off, but he like.
Oh, did he?
And the unbuckled. It was just like.
What's his name? Sergio Romo. Sorry, Sergio Romo, not Diego Romo. If you stick around, I promise it's worth it, because this is actually really funny if you missed it.
Is there a video here? Ooh.
Tell me when you're almost ready to go, and I'll kind of preface it because it is pretty funny.
Yeah, wait, I think I got it.
So, for those that don't know, the MLB is now doing mandatory checks for starting pitchers I think the mandatory is at least once, maybe twice, and then any manager at any time can ask for the opposing pitcher to be checked for sticky stuff. And I believe it was just one of the mandatory checks on Sergio Romo for the Oakland A's yesterday. And he didn't.
It wasn't like a manager request or anything.
No, but he did not take too kindly to it, and you can tell because he basically drops his pants in front of the entire stadium just to try and prove a point. I feel like a lot more pitchers are going to start doing stuff like this, especially if you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Like he didn't get tossed out or anything like that. Just hat, glove, belt, throws it all at the umpire's feet, pulls down his pants, is like, here, check me.
Here, we got it up here.
All right, perfect.
Here he is.
And you take a look here what Sergio Romo was dealing with, and he was a little bit heated there after the performances. He's immediately thrown off the belt, the glove, the hat, everything. And you take a look here what Sergio Romo was dealing with, and he was a little bit heated there.
You see the umpire's face? He's like, what?
He
what are you doing?
He goes,
dude, to be fair, that's impressive how fast he got. Like bam, bam. The clip is only 14 seconds long. It'll probably take me 14 seconds just to get through that whole motion.
Yeah.
So really funny. I think we're gonna start seeing more of this throughout the MLB.
Because everyone's mad and everyone's have their own
pitchers
little ways of showing it.
Pitchers are starting to get a little bit attitude. The first couple of games that was happening, it was just kind of like the catcher and the pitcher kind of smirking at each other like, oh, yeah, that was bullshit. But now we've got Scherzer holding up his glove to the other side, and we've got people dropping their pants in the middle of stadiums. And, boy, MLB is getting interesting. I love it. Keep the controversies coming. What a sport right now. What a time for the MLB. But with that, it's 12:04. It's past noon once again.
Yeah.
Once again, we will be here 10 to 12 tomorrow. VIP is going to get back on track here. We have had, and hey, we're transparent around here. We don't lie when we're losing. We have been losing for a couple days. We've been losing for about 4 or 5 days now. We seem to just keep losing a unit a day. Can't get off the damn track. But hey, we're going to come back. It's all good. MLB is still up there. We just can't get it right. One day the MLB kills it, and then something else loses a bunch, and then the next day that thing will kill it, and the MLB will lose. It's getting frustrating. But that's okay. We're professionals. We know what we're doing. We'll get us back on track. We'll have a big day that'll just reset all the bad days.
Yep. That's all we need.
Heyfellas.co. Heyfellas.co.
Fellas.co.
Probably going to start giving out a couple, free weeks just because the bets have been bad. We need to get people in VIP for when the ship rights itself. We need to get people in and winning. Yeah, that's it for today. That's all I've got. 10 to 12 tomorrow. Heyfellas.co. Heyfellas.co. Limited merchandise.
That's all you need.
Will be emailed to anyone who's on the website shortly. We're going to get that out with a little promo code.
That's right. We're advertising to you now.
Yes, sir.
Get used to it.
Get out of here. Enjoy your day. VIP picks will be in shortly. VIP parlays will be in shortly. WNBA will be a little while. We're going to wait on that one. Have a great day, fellas. Enjoy yourselves. Win some money tonight.
Here we go.
I know we will.
Oh, yeah. Ayo. Ayo. All right, bye, fellas.